Hello, this is a video about how to use XG5000, which is a software for LS Electric PLC. From today, I will upload as many videos as I can to introduce LS Electric PLCs and how to use them well. So before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe my channel and like the video. First, you need to download XG5000 from LS Electric webpage. So this is the LS Electric webpage. When you go down to the bottom, there is a download center. You don't need to purchase a license for the usage, but you can just download it for free. And from the download center, you can search XG5000 and download the latest version of XG5000. Since I already have an XG5000, this is the empty screen you'll see when you open XG5000. And let's take a look at the menu. The first menu is project. Obviously, new project means to create a new project, and open project is to open a project file where you already have one. And open from PLC is to connect to the PLC, and then open project, which is already downloaded in the PLC. And open from the KGL-Win and GM-Win file are to open files from the Master K and GLOFA GM PLCs, which are the previous models of the LS Electric. So let's just try to create a new project. The shortcut is Control-N. So there should be a project name, and project name will be saved in a default directory where XG5000 is installed at. I'll just name it the test. Now you need to select which CPU you are going to use. There are XGK, XGB, XGBIEC, XGI, XGR, XGS, and XMC. The most commonly used ones are XGK, XGB, XGBIEC, and XGI, the ones on the top. There are two kinds of PLC depending on its exteriors, a modular type and a block type. So a modular type is a kind where users can choose what kind of models to use depending on the purpose. As shown in the picture, from the left-hand side, there is a power, CPU, and some models like digital input, digital output, serial communication model, Profibus communication model, and Rapinat communication model. A block type is smaller than modular type, where digital input and output are included. However, you can also add some few models to it. In this picture, I have a PLC where it has EIPT model, which is a communication model for Ethernet IP. Generally, modular types have better specifications than block types. There are differences not only in their exteriors, but also in the programming language. There are differences in PLC whether it uses K language or the IEC language, the international language. K language PLCs are XGK and XGB, where other PLC types use IEC language. Okay, and XGR is a redundancy PLC, XGS is a safety PLC, and XMC is for the servo. In this video, I will choose XGK series. When the CPU series is chosen, specific CPU type should be chosen too. I have a CPU H PLC, so I will just choose XGK CPU H. XG5000 and communication setting is same for all PLC types, so you can just watch this video and follow. There are different kinds of CPU types. CPU A is for advanced type, CPU E is for economic, CPU H is high performance, CPU S is for standard, and CPU U is like ultimate. There are three types of CPUs which has N at the end of it, like CPU HN, CPU SN, and CPU UN. Those are for the network types. The general CPU types like A, E, H, S, and U have RS-232C serial communication port in the CPU. However, the network types with the N at the end, HN, SN, and UN types have RJ45 port, where you can use Ethernet in the CPU. Alright, so please remember that there are different specifications with the different names. So you just have to choose what you have. And as I have said earlier, I have a CPU H with me. So I'm going to choose CPU H and click OK. And this is what I get. I can see a blank space in the middle, in the center, and on the left hand side there is a project window. And on the left hand side, since there's a project window where I can find what kind of PLC I'm using in a bold text, and to set parameters for the CPU as well as the scan program. And in the blank space in the middle, I can write letter program, and it says new program for the name of the scan program. And then on the bottom, there are monitor window and the result window. And of course, you can just adjust the window position or the size where you want to put it, or how big you want it to be. Yes, you can just move it to the right and resize, but I just like it on the bottom, so I'm just gonna make it small. Alright, now let's look at the project window. As I chose XGK CPU H as the CPU type, I can see the model in a bold text. And just in case I need to change the CPU type, right click and go to the properties. Here I can change the PLC type to others. However, it's only available between the PLCs that share the same programming language. For example, as I chose XGK type, which uses K language, I can only see XGB and XGK where they share the same language, the K language. So I can just go to XGB to change the CPU type, the CPU series, but I'm just going to stay in the XGK. Let's say I want to change to the CPU A. Then I click OK. Then it says, okay, everything's initialized, and I can see that the CPU A is right there, but I want to change it back to CPU H since I have a CPU H with me. Okay, so that's it for today, and I'll come back with lots of PLC and HMI videos with LS Electric, and maybe I'll do more of the Mitsubishi and Siemens later on. So please subscribe and like the video. Thank you for watching.